Yes, guys, welcome back. Hope everyone's doing really well. Thank you for joining me tonight. I do appreciate it. Guys, don't forget to go and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Big up for everyone who's just come from Coppish as well. Do appreciate it. Guys, we've got loads to chat about. Obviously, we've got to talk about the Carabao Cup final from last night. Still amazing result there. We've got little things to talk about, like Alonso. There's rumours Shabby Alonso, could be on his way to Liverpool. We're going to talk about Virgil Van Dijk. For me, the best player in the league right now, without a shadow of a doubt. Don't know why it's not getting spoke about more. The kids are all right, We're going to talk about LFC's kids, and Wataru Endo is where we're going to start the chat today. We're going to start with the Wataru Endo chat. So big up to everyone in the house right now. Thank you very much for joining me. It's just going to be me on my own tonight. Old school video. Just me and my own with you guys in the chat. Let's have a good talk. Let's have a discussion. A big up to everyone. Hit the likes, hit the subscribe, hit the share, all that beautiful stuff. Thank you very much for joining me. So, guys, how are we all feeling? How are we all feeling? Are you all doing good? Big up to everyone in the house as well. I see a load of people in here. The regulars are in. The bar must be open because the regulars are in. How you all doing? Late night video. I do like doing these late night videos, guys. I do like doing these late night videos. You guys seem to like them as well, so we'll keep it going. We'll keep it going, still buzzing. Yeah, man. Why shouldn't we be? There's one thing before we start everything. I don't get people's issue about Liverpool winning the League Cup. All I've seen today is like other fans going, "Well, it's only the League Cup. Why are you celebrating like that?" So let us celebrate how we want to celebrate. Yeah, only because some of your clubs are stuck up, got a pole stuck up their arse, and you've got no emotion in your body whatsoever, and you're just robots driven by oil. Yeah, you got no emotion. That's up to you. Us Liverpool fans got emotion, man. You leave us be. If we want to celebrate the League Cup like we're celebrating it right now, let us celebrate it like this. If Simicast wants to try and penetrate Virgil Van Dijk like he did when Virgil got the winning goal, let Simicast penetrate Virgil Van Dijk. Let him do what he wants, man. Let us celebrate in our own way. We're an emotional club. We're an emotional fan base. And we will celebrate the way we bloody well want to celebrate. So I don't care. I don't care what all these idiots are saying online, moaning on their YouTube channels and all that. Man, we want to celebrate, we'll celebrate. Cinemacast wants to try and put a baby inside Virgil. You know, you can just do it, man. Just do it, man. Just do it. Just do it. Go for it. I'm here for it. We're celebrating. We're having a good time right now. We're having a good time right now. Guys, there's a lot of people on my other... There's 56 people waiting on that other video. The calling shows tomorrow, guys. Everyone come over to this one. Everyone come over. Let me just tell them here. Hit the link. Guys, if you're on the other channel, hit the link that's in the live chat. If you're on my other video for tomorrow, the calling show, hit the link on that and you'll come over. Right, hit the link on the chat, guys. Come on over. Yeah, I'm on. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There's like 60 you waiting over there. Jamie, I was so wrong about Endo. He's impressed me. Special player, great attitude, man. Yeah. Let's talk about Endo. Yeah, all the rivals, all the people moaning about Liverpool being too emotional. Stick it up your ass. If you don't like it, don't moan about it. Yeah. If you want, you're just jealous. You know, it's all cool. It's all cool. Wataru Endo, though. All right. As everyone knows, I've been the biggest Wataru Endo fan since day one. Since day one, I've been the biggest Wataru Endo fan, as you all know. And I've gave him a chance. I've told everyone, just give the guy a chance. He's brand new to the country. He's 30 years of age. He's brand new to the Premier League. The way we play is super offensive. It's super quick. You just got to give him a time. Let the man settle. You know, he's not a Simicast or a McAllister. McAllister, look, Simicast. Look, if you look at McAllister settled straight away because he's played in the Premier League. If you look at someone like Szoboszlai, I think Szoboszlai is still trying to settle in a little bit. You know, and I think next season Szoboszlai is going to be out of this world. But Endo took his time, man. Now he's settled. Yeah, they raided the wrong video. He's all good, though. He's all good. They'll all come over in a minute. I've sent them a link. I think Wataru Endo, at this moment in time, is the third best DM in the Premier League. There you go. I've said it. Tell me I'm wrong. I think Declan Rice and Rodri are the two best DMs in the Premier League. And right now, on form, Wataru Endo's the third. Simple, man. You know, people might not like to admit this, but he's great at everything he does. What does Endo not do right? What is Endo bad at? You know, is he really bad at anything? Not really. Has he got stronger points in his game than others? Yeah. You know, yesterday, he showed a bit of pace. Showed a bit of speed yesterday. And I'm not on about obliterating pace, but he ain't as slow as people think he is. Yeah, Douglas Luiz, yeah. I don't think Douglas Luiz is really a DM, though. I think Douglas Luiz is an all-round midfielder, personally. I wouldn't class Douglas Luiz as an out-and-out DM. But, you know, what? I just don't get it, man. I don't understand what he don't do right, man. He's quicker than people think. He's much quicker than people give him credit for. He's quicker than Casado. I watched the game live with my own eyes yesterday. He's quicker than Caicedo. He actually ran past Caicedo. He ran past him. He was actually running past a few players yesterday, was Caicedo. Yeah, Endo's good, man. And his passing range is so good, man. His passing range. Yeah, he feeds the ball through the lines. He feeds the ball through the channels. He's so good at it. He's really, really good at it. And he's brought us a bit of balance in that midfield. You know, he's just brought us balance in that midfield. And I don't know if you guys have noticed as well now, he moves a lot smoother. You guys know what I'm saying? He moves a little smoother now. When he first came to Liverpool, I thought he moved a little robotic-like. You know, the way he turned and the way he moved in the angles was a bit robotic-like. But now he moves much smoother. Like a very smooth movement, glides on the pitch a little bit. He's not heavy-footed no more. He looks a load better. He's got a good short pass. He's got a good long pass. He feeds that ball through the angles, feeds it through the passing lanes. I don't really, is he the best DM in the world? No. Does he need to be the best DM in the world? Also a no. The way we play, Wataru Endo doesn't have to be Rodri for us because of the way we play. With McAllister sitting in there as well, or a Curtis Jones sitting in there, or a Dominik Szoboszlai sitting in there. Endo doesn't have to be that Rodri type of DM. He just doesn't have to be. He wins grand duels. I believe he won the most grand duels out of any player in the cup final yesterday. So he wins grand duels. The evidence is there now. He's actually starting to win more grand duels the more games he's playing. And he's a techie player. And he finds our players, man. He finds our players in space. And plus, we don't lose when he plays. The 3 games that Liverpool have lost this season, Endo didn't play any of them. I mean, it just tells you everything right there. Endo didn't start or play any of the games, the 3 games that we've lost this season. His win rate is his win rate is mad. His win rate is nuts, and I think he's starting to get his flowers now. People are starting to respect him, starting to give him the credit that he absolutely deserves. Too many people were just, who's this Wataru Endo? They didn't give him. This is what I hate about football fans in today's society. This generation of football fans now, they don't give players a chance if they've never heard of them. Like, if you've never heard, right, these are 2 things football fans today do. If they've never heard of a player, they won't give him a chance. If they've never heard of a player, but he costs 60 or 70 million quid, they'll give him a chance. They'd be like, he must be special if the club want to spend 60 or 70 million on him. But they've never heard of him. And people be tweeting and Instagramming and all that crap and going and putting posts up and going, I've never watched this player play, but he's costing us 70 million quid, so he must be something special. And then he turns at the club and he's a heap of dog shit. Wataru Endo, no one ever heard of him. Everyone's thinking, who's this 30-year-old Japanese geezer from Stuttgart? What are we doing here? Literally, what are we doing here? Why have we gone from Lavia and Caicedo to this Endo geezer? It stinks of FSG cheapness and all that. Even though Jurgen Klopp has multiple times told the world that Endo was his transfer. He wanted Endo. FSG did not want Endo, but people don't like to listen to that because of the agenda's so crazy. They can't get it out of their head, so they ignore what Klopp says. Said it multiple times. I wanted Endo. The club did not want him. I had to persuade the club to sign him. And Klopp was right. And Klopp was right, man. And Klopp was right. And now he's been given time. Look at the player he's got. Part of me wishes we signed him 3 years ago when Klopp tried to buy him. Because if we signed him 3 years ago, I reckon Fabinho would still be at the football club now. Because he'd be rotated with Wataru Endo a lot. Klopp in his press conference when we bought Wataru Endo said, word for word, I tried to buy him 3 years ago, but the club said no because of the profile of the player, the age and where he came from. The profile of the player the club thought he weren't the right choice to sign. So Klopp wanted him 3 years ago. If the club actually went, yeah, all right, Klopp, get your player, and we got him 3 years ago, Fabinho might be still here now because his legs wouldn't be run out because Endo would be rotating with him. You know, he might be rotating with him. So that's where sometimes the club and the transfer dealings we do with the way we do it, sometimes you just have to, you got a profile. And I like the fact that our club have got a profile in the way we buy players. I actually respect it. If you look at Chelsea, who are our opponents yesterday, their profile is buying anyone for ridiculous amounts of money. I'm so happy my football club is not like that. I know there's a lot of people out there who hate FSG and want our football club to be like that. I do not. I want our club to have a plan. Yeah, an absolute plan. Our club is run better than Chelsea. There is no single doubt about it. We are a better run club than Chelsea every day of the week. People just don't like to admit it because if you admit it, you've got to start admitting other things, right? But at the same time, there's still things they got to go when someone like Wataru Endo comes up. Yeah, he's not in your profile of play you want to go and get because of age and everything. But if your manager, who's one of the most elite managers of world football, says, no, if we get him, trust me, he's worth every penny. They should have listened to Klopp 3 years ago. So this is where I go. See, what you notice with me, guys, if you've never watched me before, I don't have agendas. I do not have agendas. So if I say they're doing something good at the moment, I praise them for it. If they're doing something bad at the moment, I will have a go at them, and I'll dig them out, right? So in this little conversation I just had here, I just said, for me, we're a well-run football club, but they've made mistakes because they should have listened to Jurgen Klopp 3 years ago and got Endo in, and then you got that lovely mixture. You got that lovely mixture of Endo and Fabinho in that double pivot there. You could play. You could take Fabinho out for 3 or 4 games, rest him totally, put Endo in. And for me today, we would still have Fabinho at the football club. His legs were just worn out because we didn't go and buy another DM in the whole time Fabinho was at the football club. It's as simple as that. And that's a mistake by the owners, not trusting their manager at that time to get that player in because he wasn't in their profile. See, I don't know agendas, guys. I just tell the facts. People don't like facts. It's as simple as that. But big up to everyone in the chat. Hope you're all doing good. I see Frankie in the chat. Big up, Frank. How you doing, man? Don't forget to go and subscribe to Frank's channel if you could. It'd be good, please. I would appreciate it. Big up to my man from Hungary. How you doing? Much love to you as well, my friend. Much love to you. D23 in the house as well. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, FSG messed that up. They should listen to the manager. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Frank said, to be honest, I thought Endo was panicked by like Mello. I was so wrong. Yeah, look, and it's fine to be wrong because, we never knew who he was, yeah? And I kept saying, I said, Frank will know this because I speak to Frank a lot. And I said to Frank before that, I always said he weren't a panic buy because Klopp plays him. After Mello, even when he was fit, Klopp was like, nah, you're right. You don't get in my team. But you got to remember, what was Wataru Endo's debut, guys? What was Wataru Endo's debut? I'll tell you what Wataru Endo's debut was. We went down to 10 men away to Newcastle and Jurgen Klopp brought him off the bench. Straight away, I knew Klopp trusted him. From that moment, I knew straight away Jurgen Klopp trusts this man. We're away to St. James's Park against Newcastle United, who at the time were coming off a great season last year, early in the year, beginning of the season, and we're down to 10 men because Virgil got sent off. And Jurgen looked at his subs bench and brought Wataru Endo on. And that was his debut. And then straight away, light bulb in the head, obviously he has full trust in him. Absolutely full trust. I don't think he would have brought in, if he didn't trust him when we were down to 10 men, he ain't bringing Wataru Endo on. That's when I knew he weren't a panic buy. Arthur Mello, panic buy. That's why he never played. Ben Davis, panic buy. That's why he never played. I know Arthur Mello was injured, but there was times he was fit. And Klopp didn't want him in the team, man. And then you only got to talk to Stuttgart fans. Talk to Stuttgart fans, man. They love the guy. They didn't want him to go. They did not want Endo to leave, but they respected it because it was Liverpool Football Club have come in for him. The dream move. They didn't want him to go. Go and look at Fabrizio Romano's tweets. Yeah, Fabrizio Romano talks about it. That Fabrizio said that Endo's the buy of the season in the English Premier League. He said he's the buy of the season in the English Premier League. Like 15 million quid for what he does. It's absolutely mad. You know, it's absolutely mad. Absolutely mad. Yeah, Philip, I'm in the same boat as you, my friend. I'm in the same boat as you. This is what I will say. Behind the scenes, everything that's happened at Liverpool is down to them. Yeah. Now, people keep saying, yeah, they hired Jurgen Klopp, and everyone will tell you it was the obvious choice. Yeah. But they still hired him. This is what people don't seem to understand. They still managed to hire you. So everyone, I always have this argument with people when it comes up to it. Oh, they hired Jurgen Klopp. It was the obvious choice. Yeah, but it doesn't mean they still hired him. It might be the obvious choice, but they still managed to get Jurgen Klopp to join Liverpool under their ownership. And he was very happy to do it. So when people moan about the ownership, oh, what manager is going to join this team? What manager is going to join Liverpool after Jurgen Klopp? Well, Jurgen Klopp seemed to be very happy with whatever FSG offered them. FSG would have told them everything the way they run a football club before he signed. Look, this is how we run this football club. This is what we want to do. This is what we're looking for in the future. We ain't going to spend like Man City and Chelsea and United because that's just not the way we do it. We've got this profile that's set up. We've got this transfer committee set up under Michael Edwards. We've got David Fallows, your head scout. Hunter is your head scout. We've got all this going on. And Jurgen Klopp went, yeah, where do I sign? Where do I sign? So it's, but at the same time, I'm with Philip here. I like the way they run the club. I just want them occasionally to go, right, you want that player, Jurgen, don't worry about it, we'll sort it. That's what I want. And I think a lot of the fan base and a lot of you guys in the chat would be more happy with if they just went, right, Jurgen, you want that player? No worries, son. We'll go and get him. Yeah, no. But let's bring up Szoboszlai, right? So anyone as big up Chris Angel in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, family's good, man. Family's good. Let's bring up the Szoboszlai transfer. So I don't know if anyone's seen the Jurgen Klopp Rio Ferdinand interview from last week or a couple of weeks ago. On there, Jurgen Klopp really wanted Dominik Szoboszlai. They've been scouting him behind the scenes. Remember all the talk all summer that Liverpool wanted players like Mason Mount and stuff like that? It's all bullshit articles. Liverpool never wanted a Mason Mount. They never wanted to touch a Mason Mount. Yeah? They were looking at other players behind the scenes, but no one knew about it. Liverpool were looking at Dominik Szoboszlai. Klopp said it himself. He wanted Dominik Szoboszlai. He told the owners, I really want Dominik Szoboszlai. And the owners went, well, we'll go and get him in. We'll go and get him in. If you want him, we'll go and get him. And like, because Klopp said, I didn't know we had transfer funds available still. I didn't know if we still had transfer funds available before Dominik Szoboszlai. And the club went, yeah, because he was a buyout clause of 60 million. So you have to pay it all. And the owners, the club went, yeah, if you want Dominik Szoboszlai, we'll go and get him. I mean, you know, you only got to go and watch that. Yeah. You only got to go and have to watch that video, man. You only have to go and watch that video. It's, you know, I don't do conspiracy theories. I really hate conspiracy theories, especially when it comes to Liverpool Football Club, yeah. I just go by what people say, right? When I hear Jurgen Klopp in interviews and in press conferences and he says things, I'm going to take his word for it. I'm not going to read between the lines or he's only saying that to protect the owners. I'm like, he's a grown man. I'm a grown man listening to another grown man tell me something. I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, I'm going to talk about, I don't believe a word he said. Don't believe a word he said. It's all bullshit. So what? Now, in 10 years' time, if Klopp writes a book and goes, my real reasons for leaving Liverpool were blah, de blah, blah, de blah, then in 10 years' time, I will do a video and go, well, now we've actually heard it from Klopp himself, that was the reasons he left. I will go to town on the owners if that's the real case. But until I hear any different, I'm not going to make shit up. I'm not going to look around on the internet for... See, it's very easy to look around for things, guys. If you believe in... Right, if you think FSG are the reason Klopp is leaving, when you're looking around for information on that news, you are only looking at that information. You're only going to look for that information. So if you look hard enough, you will find it somewhere that someone else has reported. But you're not going to look elsewhere. And then people will come with this evidence and go, oh, see, this is why he's leaving, because of blah, blah, blah. Jurgen Klopp's leaving because we didn't get... Look, the one I've had recently is Jurgen Klopp is leaving because we didn't get Jude Bellingham. And people believe it. I'm like, right, okay. Where's your proof? I've asked this many times, and I asked someone on Twitter a while ago, where's your proof that Jurgen Klopp's leaving with Jude Bellingham? If you can show me the proof, I'm with you, and I'll chat about it on my channel to everyone, yeah? I'll chat about it. I'll go in, right? If that's the case. Or I've got no proof. I just heard it from someone. So it's bullshit, yeah? It's bullshit, and you're just going with it, yeah? And could you believe it? It's just mad. It's just crazy to me. I just listen to what people tell me. I really do. I listen to what people tell me. John W. Henry apologised for going to the Super League and said it will never happen again. And so far, it's never happened again. So I take his word for it. If it happens again and Liverpool try and go back into it, I will go to town on John W. Henry. Yeah? But at the moment, he told me he's never doing it again. And so far, he's kept his word. If they say something and then change their mind a year or two later, you can have a go at them about it. Totally. And I'll be with you. I'll be the first one in the queue. But I can't keep pretending things are happening when they're not. Jurgen Klopp has said he is shattered. He is tired. He can't carry on. He wants to live a life outside of football where he's not a dottery old man. So if that's the case, I believe what he says. And the man looks shattered. And wouldn't you guys be shattered as well? Wouldn't you guys even be shattered when you basically go almost perfect 2 seasons in the last 7 years where you get 97 points and 92 points, but still don't win the Premier League? Wouldn't you guys be shattered as well? Wouldn't you be sitting there as a manager on 97 points, losing 1 game all season with 97 points, and you're at the end of the season, you're like, I've not won the Premier League. How the hell have I not won the Premier League on 97 points? Yeah, I won the Champions League, but I should have a Champions League and Premier League double this season. Should have completed football. And then 2 years later, he goes and gets 92 points, wins a domestic double, gets to a Champions League final, and then doesn't still win the Premier League. He must be like, nah, I'm done. What more can I do? I put all my energy into everything. Jurgen Klopp puts his energy into everything, guys. He's not one of these managers who just turns up and goes, all right, lads, yeah, everyone doing good, right? Here's the team talk. You guys doing this, you guys doing that. Pep's going to take training. Yeah, he's not one of them managers, guys. We know this. He puts his heart and emotion into absolutely everything. Why do you think we play with such emotion? Why do you think the emotion comes out of us in Liverpool games? Because Klopp does it to all of us. He does it to the team, does it to the fans, he does it to the city. It's why everyone loves the guy. He puts all his heart and emotion into everything. And he's gone 2 or 3 seasons where he's just fell behind winning the Premier League to a quality Man City team on ridiculous points and can't still win the league. And you guys wonder why he's shattered and thinking, I've got to leave this. But let's start conspiracy theories. It's because he didn't get Jude Bellingham. That's why. It's just fucking balmy. I wish people would actually listen to himself. It does my nutting. It really does. And it's not like Klopp ain't got previous. Yeah, it's not like Klopp ain't got previous. He did 7 years at Mainz, 7 years at Dortmund. Yeah, I'm sure he would have been happy staying at Borussia Dortmund. I'm sure he would have been happy staying at Borussia Dortmund, even to this day. But he just couldn't because no matter what he kept doing, he won back-to-back leagues. But every single year, Bayern Munich, who run German football and have monopolised German football to such a degree, just took his best player every year. And Klopp could not do anything about it. Nothing. Oh, Lewandowski, you ran out of contract. Do you want to sign a new deal? Because we got a good thing going here. No, I've been on the phone with Bayern Munich boss, so I'm off now. But I'll keep my word and stay with you till the end of the season, but I'm going to leave for a free. Borussia Dortmund did not get a transfer fee for Robert Lewandowski. And you wonder why Klopp gets pissed off with stuff. Man, the man just wants to. It's just. I just get sick of conspiracy theories. It just does my head in. It just does my name. Now, as the owners always helped, probably not. See, this is where. See, if you're new to my channel, guys, you will see that I look at things straight down the middle. I play devil's advocate with stuff. Yeah, I don't sit on this bandwagon of right. This is Jurgen's the greatest thing since sliced bread, which he is, by the way. And FSG are just dirt riddled scandals who don't care about Liverpool. Bloody blah, bloody blah, bloody blah. I don't think like that. I can't help not. My brain don't work like that, guys. I can't think like that. Yeah, right. It's not me putting an act on. It's not me playing up. It's not me pretending that I love FSG or anything like that. I just can't think and process like others maybe can, right? Maybe I don't see things that other people do and I'm late to it or anything like that. I don't know, right? But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think the owners have always helped. I do think they could have gave Jurgen a little bit more at times. I really do. And that's me being honest. I think they really do. But I don't think them are the reason he's leaving the football club. Yeah, as I said, go back 8 to 9 years ago now, when Jurgen Klopp joined Liverpool, he knew what he was getting into. He sat down with meetings with FSG multiple times. He signed multiple renewals on his contract. He always knew what he was at, knew what he was getting at. Why do you think Carlo Ancelotti never joined Liverpool, guys? Why do you think Carlo Ancelotti never joined Liverpool? Remember, FSG spoke to Carlo Ancelotti first. Carlo Ancelotti didn't want to join Liverpool because FSG would have told Carlo Ancelotti, right, here's the deal. Here's how we go run the club. Here's what you go to get every year in transfers. This is the way we want to be sustainability. We want to build this, want to build that. We've got a profile of players. We want to try and buy players between that 21 and 24 years of age gap, certain profile, personality. And Ancelotti was like, nah, I'm all right, thanks. No, that's not for me. That's not for me. So he didn't sign because that weren't for him. But Jurgen signed, man, and he stayed. So did FSG play a part? No. Did they help, to ease the tension a little bit and the tiredness? Probably not. But I personally believe Klopp is leaving because he's shattered. Two, it's so tiring trying to win the Premier League against this Man City team. And three, he's had enough of the British press. They're the three. He's had enough of the British press, man. And I think he's had enough of British officiating as well. He can't stand it anymore. It was in the I can only go what I read, man. It was in the newspapers at the time, so I can only go what was said. It was in the newspapers at the time. That's why Ancelotti turned it down. So I'm only going what I read. Like the newspapers could have lied. I'll give you that, but I'm only going what I read. Yeah. Jamie, if FSG gave Jurgen a bit more, we would have another Premier Champions League. I'm certain. When? I see this a lot, right? I see this a lot. So, would you agree there is nothing wrong with getting 97 points and not winning the Premier League? That's no one's fault. Yeah, we all agree with that. Yeah. getting 92 points and still not winning the Premier League, for me, that's no one's fault. So if we look at them 2 years alone, we look at them 2 years separately. Not the season we finished on 97 points and the season we finished on 92 points. For me, no one did anything wrong. You can look back in games and hard luck scenarios and officiating that didn't go your way and stuff like that. But that happens to everyone in the season. Happens to all 20 teams, yeah. But if you're finishing on 97 points and 92 points in a season, I can't blame anyone for not winning the league that year, because getting them points in the Premier League, in the hardest league in the world, getting to them points is ridiculous. Ridiculous. So I can't really blame them. I can't blame anybody for that. I'm not blaming the owners, the players, the manager, no one, because that's just unlucky. So if you take that out of it, and then you got the year we won the Premier League. So in theory, you know, Liverpool could have won 3 Premier League titles if they weren't going up against this Man City team. Also, with this Man City team, we don't know yet if they're going to be called guilty for all these charges. If Man City are guilty of all these charges, by the way, the 2 titles we should have won on 97 points and 92 points will be justified. Then we can all say Klopp should have won 3 Premier Leagues. And 3 Premier Leagues. And then if you look at it, the 8 years he's been a Liverpool manager, he could have won 3 Premier Leagues. He won a Champions League. He could yet win a Europa League, an FA Cup, 2 League Cups, World Club Championship, and a Super Cup. I'll tell you what, that ain't bad for 8 years in the Premier League when you're going against all these oil baron clubs now. If we think about this logically. You know, that's how I think about it. That's literally how I think about it. The years now, let's go in the gaps in between. The year after we won the Champions League, obviously we finished on 97 points. Really unlucky not to win the league that year, and then we won the Champions League. An amazing achievement by the football club, almost a Premier League and Champions League double. Yeah, we should have signed players from the merit of strength. I agree with everybody on that. I'm not even disagreeing with anyone on that. That season, we should have bought from a power of strength. You know, we got them 2. We got a Champions League in the bag. We just finished on 97 points in the Premier League. You're one of the best teams in Europe right now. We should have bought in a power of strength. That I agree with. I'm not going to moan at anyone about that. I agree with everybody. That year, we should have bought from a power of strength. The season we won the Premier League, we bought Tsimikas, Jota, and Thiago. Let that sink in. That ain't bad. Like, we won the Premier League and we went and bought Tsimikas, Jota, and Thiago. Now, obviously, we all know we was in the middle of a terrible pandemic. And it didn't go quite right for us. But we got Tsimikas in. And how many years were we all crying for a Robbo replacement? You know, we was like, we need a backup for Robbo. And then we went and bought Tsimikas, who came in and almost took Robbo's spot. And then we bought Thiago. Now, yeah, we look at it now with Thiago with all his injuries and he's dead. But if you go back to when we bought Thiago, I remember every Liverpool channel blowing up. We bought a world-class player. I can't believe we bought a world-class player. That's all everyone was talking about. And then we bought Jota 24 hours later. Literally got Thiago 24 hours later. Oh, here's Jota. And then once we got Jota as well. So we got Jota to go with Bobby, Mane, and Salah. Are you joking? That 4. And we got Thiago to go in our midfield. And we got a backup left back. Yeah, we're going back to back. No doubt about it. But then we know what happened. So, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out that way, and we couldn't defend our title. It didn't go back. But the reason we couldn't defend our title that year weren't because of the transfer business we did that summer when we won the Premier League. It was because of the summer before that, where we won the Champions League, and we didn't act well enough. Yeah, we got Harvey Elliott in, which is now a great bit of business. Harvey Elliott's a baller. But we should have done more. We should have gone and got a centre-back in. We got to go. If we went and got a centre back in back when we won the Champions League, we wouldn't have had the problems we had trying to defend our title, and we could have gone back to back, in my opinion, if we bought the right players that year. So if you look at the years, so if we break it down, the season we got 97 points and the season we got 92 points, it's just unlucky. Getting their points, not winning the Premier League is really unlucky. The year after the Champions League, we should have bought players. After we won the Premier League, we bought a world-class player in Thiago that everyone loved, a Jota to go with that amazing front three and made it an amazing front four, and a backup left back. That's, you know, and there we have it. There we have it. You know, it's Liverpool went close so many times. So I can't blame, as I said, if anyone's blaming Liverpool not winning the league on anything when you get 97 and 92 points, then I can't help you. Football's not for you, maybe, because I don't know what more an ownership or a manager or a bunch of players have got to do to possibly get over the line when you get ridiculous points tallies like that. Ridiculous points tallies. Go and look at the points tallies that Man City and Liverpool have got over the last 5 years. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's just so unfortunate Liverpool going against this tyrant City team. You take this City team out of the Premier League, Liverpool probably win 3 or 4 Premier Leagues without a shadow of a doubt. You take the City team out of the Premier League right now, Liverpool win 3 or 4 Premier Leagues under Jurgen Klopp. I've got no problem with that at all. But yeah, that's what I keep saying, man. That's what I keep saying. It didn't happen for us. It didn't happen for us. And then us not buying a midfielder after Thiago for so long was a mistake by everyone. The football club made a massive mistake. You know, Klopp got too stubborn. We know Klopp got too stubborn. We know Michael Edwards wanted to let Milner and Henderson go. We know Michael Edwards wanted to buy Enzo Fernandez in Argentina before he went to Benfica, and he wanted Henderson out the door to buy Enzo Fernandez. So we know little things. Klopp got a bit stubborn in that time because he was very loyal to his boys, and I get it as well. It's one of the things that's probably Jurgen's biggest weakness that I think he's starting to get. This is what annoys me about Jurgen leaving. I think Jurgen realizes it now, and he's a better manager for it today. But 2 years back, he was just too stubborn. He was loyal to his boys. He was loyal to them boys, and he didn't feel like them boys are letting him down yet. And that's when I think the owners sometimes have to step in and go, look, Jurgen, I know you're loyal to your boys, but, you know, players like Henderson and Milner, man, they're not getting any younger. Henderson's played a lot of minutes under Jurgen Klopp. He's played a lot of minutes under Jurgen. We need someone to come in, man. Michael wants these boys in. We have to let them go. But Jurgen has the full trust of the ownership. Our manager has the full trust of the owners. And they were like, you don't want anyone, you don't want anyone. And it didn't happen. So the owners, for me, had to be a bit stronger. They had to go, Jurgen, I know you love your boys, but we need more players. And we're going to buy them. And you're going to love them, trust me. That's what the owners should have done. Yeah, they should have just been a bit stronger. Gone, right, Jurgen, sit down here, man. We love you, but we're getting these men in. These are the players we're getting in. And you can keep your boys. So we'll go get these players in as well. And then in a couple of years' time, we'll let the older ones leave. And these new ones we got in to go bedding. So that's how I look at FSG and Liverpool's ownership and everything. Right there. So if people want to call me FSG in, call me what you want. I'm not anything. I'm literally not anything. I'm just Liverpool Football Club's fan. That's all I am. You know, I buy the merchandise. People tell me, don't buy the merchandise because you're just lying in FSG's pockets. I say bullshit to that. I support my football club. I'll give my football club my money. You know, if you don't like it, don't listen. Like, you don't have to like it. But I'm going to give my football club. Do you want our football club to be #1 revenue in the world? Well, then people need to start buying merchandise then. If you want our football club to be the #1 commercial revenue in the world, start buying merchandise. Because if you don't buy merchandise, you never get there. Stop worrying about lining FSG's pockets. Don't make sense to me. Don't make sense to me. You know, and look, and if FSG fuck up tomorrow, guys, you know in the chat, I'll be live tomorrow to tell them where they can go if they fuck up. I've already said it. If John W. Henry doesn't put out a massive press release at the end of the season, thanking Jurgen Klopp for his services, thanking Jurgen Klopp for everything he's done for Liverpool Football Club and the city of Liverpool, if he doesn't put that out at the end of the season, I will go live and call John W. Henry out and call him every name under the sun. Because that's how I work. But apparently you've got to be either FSG in or FSG out. You can't just be a fan. It makes no sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense to me. None. Absolutely none. Maybe I see football in a little bit different to other people, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it's all about transfers all the time and how much you spend. I really don't. That's just the way I look at football, though. Maybe I'm a bit too much of a football romantic. I think players are extremely overrated in today's football. Extremely overrated. I think footballers now is all about markability and how much how popular they are on social media, how much they trend, how many interactions do they get when you put their name online and stuff like that. I think that's the way people look at players today, you know, and in their head they think, oh, that player must be amazing, then go and sign him. I don't look at football like that. And that might just be me. That might be me being old. I don't know. I don't look at football like that. I really don't. That's not how I look at football anymore. I look at football totally differently now. I look at players that I think there's so many good players out there that no one's either ever heard of or don't give a chance because they ain't got a fashionable name. They're not sexy. They don't trend on social media. They don't get no interactions on social media. You put their name into Google and nothing really comes up, you know, so it's not trendy. That's how a lot of people think football is now. You know, and there's big names out there. There's big names out there that are quality footballers. There's no doubt about it. Loads of big names out there that are quality footballers. But I'm always looked at it and thought, I look at the Premier League, yeah, and I look at Spain, I look at Italy, and I look at a lot of big players. I look at England. I think England never really got Messi. Like the Premier League, no one ever bought Messi. No, like Mbappe's never come to England so far. He's probably going to go to Real Madrid. Jude Bellingham went to Real Madrid, and Jude Bellingham might not ever come to England, guys. No, Jude Bellingham could be at Real Madrid for 10 years now, easily. He's got a massive contract. He's 20 years of age. He could easily be at Real Madrid for 10 years. It wouldn't shock me if Jude Bellingham's there till he's 30. Would it shock anyone else? Why would he leave? Real fucking Madrid. You're at the pinnacle of football. Yeah? He might never come to the Premier League. Jude Bellingham may never play in England. Because who's going to be able to afford him to start with? If Jude Bellingham's at sale, who's going to be able to afford Jude Bellingham in today's market? Jude Bellingham's going to cost you near to 200 million quid. He's going to want wages around 400 to 500, 600 grand a week. Who in FFP's sake is going to be able to afford Jude Bellingham? You know, there's great players out there. Frank says, Jamie, an email was leaked a few years ago by Henry calling my city a shithole, so I have no time for men. See, I've never seen that email, so I can't comment on it. I've never heard of that email being leaked, so I can't comment on it. That's what I say. I only deal in facts. I only deal in what I hear. Now, if I saw this email and I read about this email, then I'd call him out on it. Do you know what I mean? But I've never seen it, so I can't call him out on it. If someone else like you, Frank, has seen that email, then fine. I don't blame you for thinking that way. I really don't. If you've seen it, then if you've seen it and you know it's not fake, You know, as long as you found out that it's not fake and it's actually legit, and it's not photoshopped, it's not bullshit or anything like that, and it's completely real, then call him out on it, man. You're a Scouse, or you live in the city, man. Call him out on it every day of the week. Go nuts on him. I would. But as I said, I've never read it. I never even heard about that. And plus, if I did, I wouldn't know if it was real. You know, there's a lot of shit out there that people can fake nowadays. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. If he did, then you have every right not to like him, Frank. Frank lives in Liverpool, Josh. Frank's a Scouser, man. He's a Liverpudlian. He's a great bloke as well, my Frank. He's a good bloke. But Frank, if you got that email and you've seen it, man, then I don't blame you for having you having them feelings. You're most entitled to. But as I said, I've never seen that thing, so I can't relate. So I can't speak on that, if that makes sense. And that's what I deal in. You know, I've always been like that. You know, I've always been like that. So I can't. I only speak on what I've heard or what I've read. If I've heard or read something, I'll speak on it. Yeah. If I haven't heard or read anything, then I can't speak on it because I haven't read it. Do you understand what I mean? But if you've read that email, Frank, then you have every right to be upset, man. And I'm not going to defend him on it. If he said that, if he said that, then that's not right. And you have every right not to like him for it. Every right whatsoever. And I don't blame you whatsoever at all. Perfectly fine with that, man. Perfectly fine with that. As I say, I just deal with that. That's how I deal, man. Big up everyone in chat. But yeah, that's not, you know, Frank's got a lot of thingies in Liverpool. So Frank's probably had. I actually believe Frank. I will believe Frank because Frank's got a lot of things in Liverpool where he gets a lot of information. So if Frank's actually saying that, everyone in the chat, if Frank's actually saying that, I believe Frank. Yeah, because he has a lot of information. So I believe Frank, whatever he says there. So big up, Frank. You know you're my man. Big up, Jerry in the house. How you doing, well, man? How you doing, fella? You still buzzing from last night? I know I am. Boston is not. No. Yeah, but if Frank says that, guys, I believe him, man. Here's the other thing I get annoyed with, yeah? The other thing I get annoyed with on social media and social media fans, my favourite thing at the moment is this is my favourite thing at the moment. It's going to be really hard by getting a new manager, convincing a new manager to come to Liverpool when they've got the transfer budget of Burnley. This is the new thing going around social media at the moment. Jerry might have seen it. Because he's on social media as well. But a lot of people say it. And some of you guys might have seen it. A lot of you people on Twitter follow a certain person on Twitter. We all know who he is. You know, and a lot of other people. And there's a lot of people on social media that just got this anti-FSG stuff, yeah? And they just run with it daily, right? And we all know they are. And at the moment, they're going, why would anyone come to Liverpool when they know they're going to get the transfer budget of Burnley? So a certain person tweeted this yesterday, and my reply was, I did not know Burnley bought McAllister, Szoboszlai, Endo and Gravenberch. I didn't know that. Well, big up Burnley. Why ain't Burnley in the top four then? Why ain't Burnley in the top four? Why are they not fighting? Why are Burnley not fighting Champions League right now? That's what I need to know. Because if Liverpool have the transfer budget of Burnley, why has Burnley not got McAllister, Szoboszlai, Endo, and Gravenberch in their team right now? It does my nutting. What, you think they're paying wages similar to that as well? And this net spend thing as well does my absolute nutting. When people go, because I always get the reply, well, Burnley's net spend was higher than Liverpool's last summer. I was like, well, cool, wicked. So my reply to that was, so Liverpool spent 300 million in the summer, but sold 235 million's worth of talent. They'd still have a smaller net spend than Burnley. And the bloke came back to me and went, well, yeah. And I went, well, don't you realise how idiotic you sound? Because Liverpool still spent 300 million. Although they sold 235 million, they still spent 300 million. So, yeah, the net spend might be still, in your eyes, our net spend is still smaller than Burnley's, but they did not spend 300 million. Oh, the net spend. Net spend don't even exist. You can't have a thing called net spend when you do transfers in installments. Do people still not understand this? Do people not understand this? That if you pay in installments, you can't have a net spend. We bought Gakpo for 4 million. We bought our first payment to Cody Gakpo last January was 4 million quid. Yeah, but Cody Gakpo's whole transfer is 40 million. Our first payment was 4 million quid. How can you have a net spend for 4 million quid? The people, it just does my fucking nothing. Big up, Frank. The exact quote on the email was, I have to travel to that shithole Liverpool. Now, I will just say one thing here, Frank. There is a Liverpool in Canada. There is a Liverpool in Canada, I think. Did he mean that Liverpool? Was he travelling to Canada for a baseball game and had to go to Liverpool in Canada? You're probably right, Frank, but I'm just putting it out there. Do you know what I mean? I'm just putting it out there. You know what I mean? Oh man, they were complaining as soon as we won the trophy. That's all they do, man. They just complain all the time. You know, Ben, who's a friend of the channel, he's on the channel quite a bit. He was on channel the other day with the Chelsea preview. He sees it a lot as well, man. He's absolutely man. But yeah, it does my head did all that stuff. Ran over. Guys, tomorrow evening, I have got my first call-in show back on the channel. So, Frank, if you're still watching, my friend, and you want to come on the channel tomorrow, make sure you're here at 8 p.m. tomorrow, Frank. And the link will be in the chat. You press that link and bang, you're on the show. Call-in show tomorrow, guys. We've got a call-in show back tomorrow. Fam, big up Fama. I forgot Fama's Canadian, I believe. Fama, I hope I haven't insulted you on that thing there. But I think there is a Liverpool in Canada, isn't there, Fama? But big up to you, man. Yeah, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so the call-in shows are back tomorrow. I haven't done a call-in show. I can't remember last time I did a call-in show. I can't remember the last time I had a call-in show. So you guys have been asking for a call-in show for a while. Tomorrow's the perfect time, man. Tomorrow's the perfect time. We've got 8 p.m. tomorrow. It's going to be me on my Todd, me on my own. And you guys can call into the show and ask me anything Liverpool related. We're going to keep it straight Liverpool questions. Anything to do with Liverpool Football Club. We're going to chat about it tomorrow in the call-in show. You guys get to have your say. You know, it's your chance to have your say, to come into the chat and call into the show for the first time. Love to have you all on, man. I love to have you all on. But that's tomorrow night. We still got shitloads to talk about today, man. We still got shitloads to talk about today. So, Wataru Endo, is he going to be the signing of the summer? At the moment, I don't think Kevin. I don't think Alexis McAllister gets enough credit. You know, I've been speaking about this last couple of days. You know, we all talk about, like, the main public really talk about Declan Rice a lot, how he's improved Arsenal, how Declan Rice has changed the way Arsenal play now, has improved their play, and they look more like they can keep the ball better. They look more strategic in what they're doing. They look more composed at what they're doing. They look more controlled in what they're doing. Yeah. And everyone puts that on Declan Rice. Yeah. And that's fair enough. Declan Rice has been an excellent transfer this summer. There's no doubt about it. I'm not digging Declan Rice out here, but he cost 100 million quid. Kevin, I keep saying Kevin. Alexis McAllister cost us 35 million pound and completely changed our midfield. Completely changed our midfield. You know, Arsenal finished runners up last season, leading the Premier League for what, 92% of the season. Yeah, and fell away at the end. Liverpool were 5th last year with a dead midfield. And we didn't know how long it would take Liverpool to come back. We was all worried. We was like, oh, we'll just take top 4 next season and try and get us way back to title challenge in the year after. And Alexis McAllister has come in for 35 million quid and completely changed our midfield. Big up, Fama. Big up, Imran, my brother. How you doing, man? My man. Hope you do good. There's a Liverpool, Louisiana, about an hour outside New Orleans. There you go. Whoa. What? Keep it real. I thought we were friends, man. Look at this little John Henry Dick Rider. I'm not defending John Henry. Whoa. Keep it real. I thought we were friends, man. I thought we were friends, my friend. Big up Mike in the chat. Wataru is undefeated as a starter. Be the 200 million Enzo and Casado. Yeah, man. Endo's not. Wataru Endo's not lost a game for Liverpool when he starts. You know, they've been. I think he played 15 games, won 13, and drawn 2 or something mad like that. The 3 games we lost this season, Endo weren't playing, by the way. But McAllister for 35 million quid has completely and utterly changed our midfield. Completely and utterly changed our midfield. It's mad what he's done. It's absolutely mad. He's been a fantastic signing. Oh, big up, Keep It Real. I thought you were chatting about me. I'm like, me and Keep It Real were tight, man. What's going on here? Big up, Keep It Real. Yeah, McAllister don't get spoke about enough. One of the signings of the season, without a shadow of a doubt. You know, he's playing out of position in the 6th role. Look, did we like him there? No. Could he play the role? Yeah. Oh, okay, Freezy. All right, Freezy and Keep It Real. Just be nice in the chat, yeah? Be nice. Make it banter, yeah? Make it banter. Be pleasant. Be pleasant. I love you both. Be good. Yeah, McAllister, good player, man. Just tremendous. Played that 6. Played it to a level which I thought was all right. He did what Klopp wanted to do on the ball. He's an excellent passer. Now he's playing into a more advanced 8 position. Suits him down to the ground. Endo in that DM position is just beautiful. No, man. McAllister has got to be one of the signs of the season. Yes, Declan Rice has been amazing for Arsenal. But that's not sit here and pretend Alexis McAllister has not changed Liverpool's midfield, man. That's not sit here and pretend he hasn't changed our midfield, because he has. He's been amazing. Big up Imran, Mac and Endo, surely the buys of the season. Without a shadow of a doubt, man. You think of the price they cost. So McAllister cost 35 million quid. Endo cost 15 million quid. What's that? 50 million? 50 million. So Endo and McAllister cost us less than one Lavia. So Lavia went to Chelsea for 58 million pound, was it? He went to Chelsea, and Liverpool went, nah, it's all right. McAllister and Endo cost us 50 combined. Rest my case. Rest my case. We got Freezy. Has Declan been amazing for Arsenal, though? I think he's got better as the season's gone on, man. I think he's got a lot better as the season's gone on. Look, Declan Rice, he does the really good stuff really well, and then he keeps everything pretty simple. You know, that's what I say about Declan. But he's a midfielder that's gave Arsenal a little bit more control this season, and he plays at a slower tempo. And because he plays at a slower tempo, I think Arsenal have got us saving their legs for the running. Like last year, they run out of steam. This year, because of Rice is there, I think he slows down their tempo a bit. So it's resting their legs a little bit. I think Rice is a good player. I just don't think he's £100 million midfielder. That's all. I just don't think he's £100 million midfielder, but he's decent, man. Yeah, Lavia ain't even kicked a ball yet. He costs 58 million. It's madness, ain't he? Endo, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Fabinho, Hendo, and Wijnaldum. See, the problem there, big up Justin. I'll let everyone answer this in the chat. Everyone in chat, you can answer it as well. Who would you rather have, Endo, McAllister, and Szoboszlai, or Fabinho, Hendo, and Wijnaldum? Everyone in the chat, you can answer it as well. The problem is here, at this moment in time, Fabinho, Hendo, and Wijnaldum won everything as that midfield three. You know, with that midfield three of Fabinho, Hendo, and Wijnaldum, Liverpool won the Champions League. They won the league, the Premier League. They won the Super Cup. They won the World Club Championship. They won the League Cup and the FA Cup with that midfield three. So at the moment, I'd probably take Fabinho, Hendo, and Wijnaldum right now. But let's mix it up a little bit. Let's mix it up a little bit, guys. Who would your midfield three be out of them 6 names? It's a great question. It is. It's a great question. Like he's going Eric Ten Hag out, Mourinho, you know. Don't blame you, man. Don't blame you. Out of them 6 players, man. Where is it again? Where is it? Where is it? Out of them 6 players, who would your midfield three be? This is interesting. Out of them 6 midfielders, who would your midfield three be? That's probably, I would say that is probably Jurgen Klopp's best 6 midfielders right there. You can argue you could argue Curtis Jones as well. You can argue Curtis Jones. Fab, Genie. Oh, Fab. I'd have Fabinho as my DM. I love Endo, but Fabinho at his best was the best, in my opinion. When Fabinho was at his best, I don't think there was anyone better at that time. I'll go Wijnaldum and McAllister. I love Hendo, but McAllister's a better footballer, and he can do what Hendo does in a way. So I'd go Fabinho, Wijnaldum, and McAllister. That would be disgusting. You'd never get the ball off them. You'd never get the ball off them. It's interesting. That's a great question. Genie, Szoboszlai, and Maka. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong, really. Szoboszlai, Endo, Genie. Yeah, that's a good point. If we're going prime or current form, current form, you go to the new 3, I think. But yeah, prime. It's so. What about all the Tom Littles? It's a hard question, that, because you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Here's another question for everyone in the chat. What is Jurgen Klopp's ultimate 11? What is Jurgen Klopp's ultimate 11? This might be a video I need to do with the Coppish boys, maybe. I'll talk to Cal about it, get Cal on that on the video. But what is Jurgen Klopp's all-time 11? He's managed at Mainz, he's managed at Dortmund, and he's managed at Liverpool. They're the 3 clubs Jurgen Klopp has managed at. Mainz, Dortmund, and Liverpool. Now, take all the players that Jurgen Klopp has managed at Mainz, Dortmund, and Liverpool and make an ultimate Jurgen Klopp 11. Make it a Jurgen Klopp 11. Right, let's put it this way. I don't think any Mainz players gets in it, yeah? It's probably going to be Dortmund and Liverpool players. So in an ultimate Liverpool 11, sorry, not a Liverpool 11, an ultimate Jurgen Klopp 11, who gets in an ultimate Jurgen Klopp 11? Or is it just all Liverpool players? Or do any Dortmund players get in there? So Freeze is going with a front three of Mane, Lewandowski, and Salah. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's disgusting. That's disgusting, man. That is absolutely disgusting. Lewandowski up front, Salah on the right, Mane left. Yeah, man, it has to be. Gundo, Hendo, and Fabinho, you know. Yeah. Quagga in his prime if he played for Liverpool. Cook. Yeah, man. You know, we get, these Japanese players we get in, man. Klopp wins titles with Japanese players, man. Taki won it for Liverpool. We got Endo at Liverpool now, Imran. You know what I'm saying? You know, or Asian players, because I can't remember if Kaggle was Japanese or not. I think he was, wasn't he? Yeah. Hummels next to Van Dijk. Max Hummels and Van Dijk as a partnership, eh? Would Marco Reus get in this team? I wouldn't have Marco Reus in front of Mane, though. I'd have Salah and Mane in the wings. I don't think, like Frank says as well, Lewandowski, Salah and Mane. I don't think there was a better left winger in world football than prime Sadio Mane at the time. I really don't. I literally at the time of that front three of Mane, Bobby, and Salah, I don't think there was a better left winger in world football than Mane at that time. Hummels and Van Dijk. See, this is a great question, ain't it? Hummels next to Van Dijk. Robbo, Virgil Van Dijk, Hummels and Trent. Fuck you know. We're getting a team here. I think we can all go with Alisson in goal. Yeah, Dortmund keeper, what was his name? I can't remember. He was a good goalkeeper, but he's no Alisson. So we're going Alisson in goal, maybe. Robbo and Trent, because what they did for Liverpool's mad. Van Dijk and Hummels. Lewandowski, Salah and Mane. What's your midfield three, guys? What's your midfield three? What's your midfield three? Mario Götze get in the midfield because he can play that 10 role. He can play that 10 role. Yeah, I'll talk to Cal about it. I think we could set something up. It'd be a good video, man. Set something up and proper debate about it. Talk about, because the Coppish boys might have a totally different team, man. I'll talk to them. Yeah, man. Gundo. Oh, Bobby in the 10. Oh, Gundogan, man. Yeah, Gundogan, Goatsa. This is what I'm saying. What I do, I'm going to give Cal a bell tomorrow, and I'll ask him if him and the Coppish boys are free anytime, and we try and do an ultimate Jurgen Klopp 11. It might be good. Might do it towards the end of the season or something, but we'll do it when we're free. But yeah, man, that'd be special, man. Mkhitaryan. Yeah, the thing is, Mkhitaryan was great at Borussia Dortmund. He was a good little player, man. He cooked, man. Didn't he get like 20 goals a season back in the day? Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts, man. He was quality. I remember we tried to buy him. Didn't we try and buy him? But he chose Borussia Dortmund, if I remember rightly. It was between us and Dortmund, wasn't it? And yeah, if I remember rightly, we tried to sign Mkhitaryan, didn't we? But he chose Borussia Dortmund. I don't blame him. That time went and played Jurgen Klopp, man. Can't blame the guy. Can't blame the guy. Prime Uber. Yeah, Prime Uber was good, but in that Ultimate 11, Dembele, his first season with Borussia Dortmund was different class. But keep it real, could you have Dembele in front of Salah in an Ultimate Jurgen Klopp 11? This is what I'm saying. It's a great chat. Yeah, exactly. It's because Liverpool were in a totally different place before Jurgen Klopp arrived. Absolute Sebastian Kell. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, I'll leave it there, guys. We'll leave it there. But that is a totally, yeah. It's a great conference. It's a great video to do, guys. It's a great video to do. I'll get hold of the boys and see if we can do a video on it, because I think that's a great show. Let's talk about Virgil van Dijk, guys. Let's switch it up a little bit here. Let's talk about Virgil van Dijk. For me, and this ain't reactionary, I've been saying this for a while now, as you guys know, for me, Virgil van Dijk is the best player in the league this season, without a shadow of a doubt. He's not getting spoke about. You know, the people getting spoke about for player of the year is your Declan Rice season, your Haaland's apparently his favourite for some reason, although he's been injured for 2 months. You know, and Salah's and all that of this world, you know, but Virgil van Dijk's not really been mentioned, and I don't see what he's done wrong this season. I think he's back to his absolute best personally. He's looked amazing this season, and I personally don't think we'd be top of the league right now. I don't think we'd be top of the league right now if we didn't have Virgil van Dijk playing this whole season. I just think Virgil van Dijk is different gravy. Yeah, Dembele didn't play for Klopp, did he? Didn't he arrive? Oh, when did Dembele play for Borussia Dortmund? No, he weren't there, was he? He was there the year after, weren't he? Yeah, so that's all right. We can knock Dembele out of it. Dembele joined the year after, because Borussia Dortmund's front three when Jurgen Klopp left was Mkhitaryan, Marco Reus, and Aubameyang, wasn't it? That was Klopp's last front three at Borussia Dortmund, I believe. Yeah, so we don't have to put him in. But let me know, guys. It was a Tuchel. Yeah, big up, Freezy. That's good, though, because I do want, you know, it's an hard decision. But yeah, Virgil van Dijk, man, absolute big up, Daz. Virgil van Dijk was just amazing. It's just been immense. I think he's had actually one mistake all season that's been spoke about. That's it. If you look at his stats this season, it's through the roof. He's like first and everything. I think he's got the 100 club for everything, ain't he? For like aerial duels won, not being dribbled past. He's got 100% on everything. He's got 100 club for everything as a defender this season. He's absolutely phenomenal. Now he's scoring goals at the other end. I think it's like 2 or 3 games in a row now, and he's got like 4 or 5 goals this season. He's just an immense footballer that I really don't think the way we play, I don't think we'd be top of the league without Virgil van Dijk. I actually think we could still be top of the league. Right, this might be controversial, but hear me out. I think we could still be top of the league if Kelleher played in goal all season, as long as Virgil van Dijk played in front of him. Hear me out. The proof's in the pudding. And when I say this, we've seen the proof ourselves. Alisson Becker was in goal a whole season when Virgil van Dijk was injured. And we couldn't challenge for the title. But as soon as Virgil van Dijk came back, what happened? We challenged again. I don't think... Yeah. I think that's how important Virgil van Dijk is to Liverpool. And I'm not disregarding Alisson Becker by any stretch of the imagination, guys. But we've seen it for ourselves. You know, Virgil was injured for almost 12 months. Alisson Becker played in goal. We struggled. And that's not saying that Alisson's not a bad... Alisson's the best in the world. But even if you're the best goalkeeper in the world, your life is made easier if you've got the best defender in the world right in front of you. And that's why I think we would probably still challenge for the league with Kevin Kelleher in goal, as long as Virgil van Dijk is playing. That's how good he is, in my opinion. That's how good he is. You know, yeah, we'd probably finish second or third, but I think we're challenged. You know what I mean? That's why I said I don't think we'll win it. Like, we'd still challenge. Like, we could finish second or third still this season, but we're challenging, ain't we? Do you see what I mean? Where when Virgil ain't about, we ain't challenging, man. We ain't challenging. It's as simple as that. He is that good. It's ridiculous how good he is. He's just so good, man. Yeah, people like rival fans always talk about Virgil in bad terms because they just can't bring it in. They go about longevity. Like Man United fans will say he can't be better than Vidic or Ferdinand or who's the other defender they had? The Dutch defender. Gone out of my head now. It can't be as good as them because of longevity. And you think about longevity, yeah. Well, ain't he been playing in the league longer than Vidic now? Ain't Van Dijk been playing in the league longer than Vidic? So what's all this longevity shit about? Yeah, Stam, that's it, Stam, man. Stam played for 2 years. Everyone forgets this. Stam was he only in England for 2.5 years, and Alex Ferguson sold him. And like Ferguson said, it was the biggest mistake he ever made. But it's 2.5 years he was at Man United, wasn't it? And they go on about longevity all the time. I swear Virgil Van Dijk's played as long as Vidic did in the Premier League right now. You got to remember, Van Dijk was quality at Southampton. People just didn't take any notice of him, but Liverpool did. That's why they wanted to pay 75 million for him. People just, he's a Southampton defender because it's the way football fans are now. The thick. I admit it, the thick. They look at a defender at Southampton and go, he's not that good. Why are Liverpool paying 75 million for him? When he was actually pulling up trees and it was absolutely immense. And he was actually getting spoke about a heck of a lot. That's why everyone wanted him. Yeah, Virgil's different, man. Virgil's a different beast. His longevity thing has to stop, man. If you've had, even exactly at fucking Celtic, he was amazing. If you've had 3 amazing years at a football club, and say you got a player, who's had 3 amazing years at a football club, and then 3 years you saw him at the football club, no one could touch him. Like, he was the best in the world in his position. No one could touch him for 3 years. What you saw was greatness for 3 years, Does longevity matter? If what you've seen for 3 years, say, is as good as anything you've ever seen in football ever in a player in that position, and he comes runner-up for Ballon d'Or. He's actually beaten Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo. He's even beaten him to runner-up in Ballon d'Or and only lost to Messi by something like 7 points, It's the best you've ever seen. Does longevity matter when you've seen greatness for only a few years? If you've seen greatness for only a few years, I don't care if Ferdinand played for 20. If he never had that greatness for 3 years, longevity doesn't matter. It really don't matter. Virgil van Dijk is the best defender, man. He's just a fucking amazing player. And I don't think people realise how good he is, man. I don't think people realise how good he is. It's just incredible. Absolutely incredible. And for me, he's the player of the year. And apparently I think he's player of the year. A lot of people are starting to talk about him as the player of the year, but apparently he's 50-1. He's nowhere near it. He's just amazing, man. Now, picking the best centre backs in generations is very difficult because football's played differently. Football is more attacking and more flexible nowadays than it was a few years ago. It's more, and it's all, football's different in different eras, So for me, my favourite ever centre back is Nesta. I think Nesta is the man. I think he is my favourite centre back. For me, he shits all over Cannavaro. Nesta literally shits all over Cannavaro. I think Nesta's that good. But he never got spoke about as highly as a Cannavaro. But Nesta for me was the dogs, man. He was out of this world. But Nesta, man, he was incredible. But yeah, you guys put John Terry in a high line for Liverpool. Put John Terry in a high line for Liverpool and tell me how he gets on. Maldini was boss. I watched Maldini more as a left back than a centre back growing up. Watching Italian football on Channel 4 back in the day. I watched Maldini more as a left back more than a centre back growing up. But Maldini's my favourite ever left back. It's mad, ain't it? All the Italians, man. What was I saying? I've lost my train of thought. I can't get it back. It's Bramble, for fuck's sake. But yeah, John Terry, man. Put John Terry playing in Liverpool's defence. Go and get John Terry and play him. You got to play high up towards the halfway line. Your fullbacks are going to play out wide. They're not going to tuck in and support you. They're going to play out wide, and they're going to be very attacking. So you can't have a fullback coming in to help you out and support you. They're going to be playing high and wide, very attacking fullbacks, and you're going to play a very high line with one-on-one defending. One-on-one defending. Let's see how well John Terry defends like that. Let's see how John Terry defends like that. Be all over the shop. I've always said it. John Terry's defensive partner was the better centre-back. What was that Portuguese defender? I can't remember his name now. Guys, remind me in the chat. Who's the Portuguese defender that played alongside John Terry? For me, he was the better. I can't remember his name. I can remember him playing. He was always, for me, the better centre-back. I always thought Carvalho, that's it. Carvalho was the better centre-back, in my opinion. I always thought Carvalho was better than John Terry. Now, Carvalho could play in that high line, in my opinion. Yeah, he could play in that high line. I always thought Carvalho was quality, man. Rio Ferdinand, he could probably play in the high line because he had pace. Vidic couldn't. We saw what happened when Vidic played in the high line. He always got sent off. Couldn't handle it. That's why I rate Virgil so highly, man. Virgil can play the high line, one-on-one defending with no fullback cover. Fullbacks don't tuck in and help. They're attacking them wide. Virgil and Canate, one-on-one. And Virgil can also play deep with a midfield three that are right close to the centre-backs, sitting back, defenders tucked in, fullbacks tucked in. Virgil can play that way as well. Virgil can play multiple different ways as a centre-back. How many other centre-backs can we say can do that? How many other centre-backs can we say can play in multiple different systems and different ways of defending? There ain't many. There is not many. The days of John Terry and Ferdinand football was different where wingers, you two take on defenders. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's very hard to rate. This is why it's very hard to always go Virgil's the greatest defender of Premier League era, because it's very hard to go back and to a different time. Football is different. Me personally, since Jurgen Klopp has been at Liverpool, Virgil van Dijk's been the best defender in England since Jurgen Klopp's been at Liverpool. I don't think anyone touches him. And that's just not biased Liverpool fan talking. I just think it's facts. Name me a better defender than Virgil van Dijk in the last... Since Virgil van Dijk joined Liverpool. Name me a better centre-back in England since. Literally, name me a better centre-back in the Premier League since Virgil van Dijk joined Liverpool. There ain't one. I don't want to hear this Ruben Diaz shit. He ain't great. That is an overrated bum. Yeah, he got Player of the Year in his first season, the year Virgil van Dijk was injured. Phil Jones. Big up, Bizzle. I fully agree with that comment. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, if anyone can name me and have an argument and put a debate out there, I'd be happy debating and arguing it. But literally, someone tell me a better defender than Virgil van Dijk since Virgil came to Liverpool, because there hasn't been one. And I don't know where this Saliba bollocks. Saliba couldn't do what Virgil did yesterday. Nowhere near. Look, Saliba's a great defender. I think Saliba's going to go on to be an extremely world-class defender in a few years' time. He's not there yet. He's not world-class yet because he's young. But he's got to be. You can see the man's got talent. But let's stop comparing, because Saliba would not done what Virgil did yesterday. Virgil led kids to a cup final victory. He led kids for 120 minutes. He was flawless at the back, and he got 2 goals that should have counted. and he got the winning goal at One us the Cup. It's his final. No one's touching that. No one. No one is. No one. Virgil's different class, man. The player of the year, without a shadow of a doubt, in this league right now. I agree with that, Bizzle, though. I think he is. I actually agree with it. I actually think he is. I think I think he is. Vincent Company. Vinny Company was the second best for me. Second best. I think Virgil was still better, but Vinny Company was second best. Vinny Company was a great defender. I'm not going to shit on Vinny Company. I think Vinny Company was world class at what he did. I just don't think he was better than Virgil. That's all. But he was second, definitely. And people are coming with Sergio Ramos. I'm not talking about world football. I'm talking about England only. England only. That's why I've not mentioned people like Sergio Ramos and stuff like that, because I'm not mentioning the rest of the world. I'm only mentioning Premier League only. Premier League only. And Sergio Ramos don't play in the Premier League. Sometimes Matip is Josh, but I've got a theory on the Matip stuff. When people said he was better than Virgil at times, and my theory on it is because Matip was far busier because no attacker wanted to go down Virgil's side of the pitch. They all went down the right side of the pitch, which was Trent and Matip's side. So Matip was working harder and looked busier because Virgil's got such a name now in football. We've seen it. How many players do we see when they're running, they get their head up, they see Virgil, and they just pass it off? So that's my theory on that. And that's not me that's not me having a go at Matip. Matip's quality. We all know, we all love Matip. I love Matip the bits. I said it, if Matip was fit, for me, Matip and Virgil van Dijk is our best partnership. But yeah, that's my theory on that. That's my theory anyway. That's my theory on it. What's your top 5 Premier League? What's your top 5 EPL all-time centre backs? Interesting one. I'm going to put Virgil and Vinny Company there because what they did for their clubs was ridiculous. I know I slagged John Terry off, but what John Terry did as captain for Chelsea. Look, John Terry's a piece of shit. Before I go into this, as a person, John Terry's a piece of shit, right? He's a nasty, horrible wanker, yeah? But as a centre-back, for what he did for Chelsea, you have to put him in that top 5. And he was captain as well, let's not forget. And the longevity he had. Look, I'm talking about longevity, but John Terry had longevity and he played at a high standard. Rio Ferdinand and Sol Campbell. Yeah, that'd be mine. Virgil van Dijk, Vinny Company, John Terry, Rio Ferdinand, and Sol Campbell. That'd be my top 5 centre backs. Yeah, exactly, Josh. Yeah, Konate's the busier man. Look, everyone goes down. What channel does everyone go down our right hand side? So Konate has to work. Look at the game missed against Chelsea. They were going down, Konate's side more than we're going down Virgil's, Harry was the top bloke. Big up Freezy. Look, if you think he's top bloke, that's all fine, man. I did like him. Oh, dearie me. Tony Adams. I love Sol Campbell over Tony Adams, I think. That's just me personally. I mean, Tony Adams was great. Tony Adams, Tony Adams was lifting the Division 1 trophy up in 1989. He goes back a bit. I think Sol Campbell was a better centre-back, personally, in the Premier League era later on. But he's up there, Tony Adams, no doubt. Remember when Pepe sprinted past Virgil that one time and all them Arsenal fans went ape shit like it was the next Henry? They must, yeah. What they don't tell you about that, Justin, either, is that Pepe ran past Virgil van Dijk, but what everyone always forgets about this is that Virgil then caught him up and won the ball. That's what everyone forgets about this. Arsenal fans always spoke about that, as Pepe was the first man that dribbled past Virgil van Dijk in like 2 years. But what they always leave out is that Virgil caught him up and then won the ball. Mark Wright, eh? Big up Mark Wright, Liverpool captain. England captain at World Cup 1990 as well. Great defender. Not for Milo, Frank, not for Milo. I think he was just a bit old, when he was at Liverpool. Martin Keown. Yeah, Martin Keown was good. I wouldn't have him in my top 5, though. Ledley King. Injuries ruined it. If Ledley King stayed injury-free, I'd have Ledley King above Sol Campbell. If Ledley King could stay injury-free, he would have probably been up with Vinny Company. He was that good of a defender, but injuries ruined it for him. Yeah, they ruined it for him. But yeah, Van Dijk, man. Different gravy. Now, guys, changing tact here a little bit. We got a FA Cup match coming up on Wednesday evening at home against Southampton. Jamie Carragher. Yeah, Carragher was no-nonsense centre-back. Jamie Carragher was a no-nonsense centre-back, no flashiness. He just wore black boots. Carragher just wore black boots. No colour on his boots, no flair, nothing. Carragher was all just about football. And I like that about Carragher. But Carragher had 9 own goals. I don't think Carragher was better. And I love Jamie Carragher. He's a hero. But I just don't think he was better than Sol Campbell, Virgil, Vinny Company, Rio Ferdinand, John Terry. But that don't mean he was shit. If I do a top 10, he's probably in the top 10. Do you know what I mean? Feel bad, man. Feel bad. Yeah, we all remember that Phil Babb injury. Jonathan Woodgate. Again, injuries ruined Jonathan Woodgate. Sami Hyypiä. Sami Hyypiä is my favourite ever Liverpool defender, probably. I love the guy. Absolutely love the guy. But yeah. Yeah. I just can't have been. Look, if we did top 10, Sami Hyypiä would be in top 10, Carragher would be in top 10. Top 5, though, probably not. Daniel Agger, injuries ruined it. If Daniel Agger could stay injury-free his whole career, I think Daniel Agger retired at 29, didn't he? He retired really young. If Daniel Agger could stay injury-free his whole career, he might have been the best of the best. I ain't even joking. Daniel Agger literally might have been the best defender ever in the Premier League if he never had injuries. He had everything. He had speed, defensive ability, positioning. He could shoot. He could score goals. Do you remember his 30-yarders he used to screaming 30-yarders he used to score? Nothing to his game he didn't have. It's just injuries, man. Yeah, Sami Hyypiä cost 2.6 million. Do you know the funny story about Sami Hyypiä, guys? Sami Hyypiä was about to sign for Oldham Athletic. Does everyone know that? Sami Hyypiä was about to sign for Oldham Athletic, and then Liverpool came in. And Liverpool came in and he signed for Liverpool. But I don't think it was the same year we bought him. I think it might have been the year before we bought Sami Hyypiä. I think it was the year before that he was going to go to Oldham. And then a year later, he went to Liverpool. Yeah, he was almost an Oldham player. Mad. Absolutely mad. Sammy was quality. Just didn't have pace, but tremendous player. But yeah, the kids going to play against Southampton, guys? I'm looking forward to the Southampton game. I think the kids will play. I think we'll see a lot of the kids playing. I think like Dan will play up front. I think Bobby Clark will come in. I think McConnell will play. By the way, that McConnell kid, did everyone see his stats against Chelsea? You see his final third passing stats for McConnell. Ridiculous. Little baller. I think McConnell will play. Clark will play. I think Simicast will play left back. I think Gomez will play right back. I think Kwanzaa and Gomez might play. I think Kwanzaa and Gomez will play centre backs. I think Conor Bradley, because he's so young, he will play right back still. And then the forward line's going to be interesting, man, because I do look. If we go, I think Neone will play. I think Klopp said Neone might play. And if we go by video evidence, that I think every Liverpool fan has seen now, there is no way in hell anyone can tell me that Dominik Szoboszlai and Darwin Núñez are injured. There's no way. There's no way in hell anyone can tell me that Szoboszlai and Darwin Núñez are injured. I saw him hurdling stairs and gates in that goal celebration. I saw Darwin Núñez almost kill Curtis Jones on the stairs getting past him. Them men run as fast as possible and like hurdled everything. Yeah, it's just I'll be shocked if Szoboszlai, Darwin Núñez, and Salah ain't in the game for the weekend against Nottingham Forest. Salah, Salah, who knows? But Salah did a Pepsi Max commercial today. I think everyone's seen it. He was running around Liverpool today. So I don't know if Liverpool would have let Salah do that commitment of that advert if he was still injured, personally. So, and a lot of people thought that. And the funny thing is, a lot of people thought that advert was from 2 years ago that they were putting. Everyone saw on Twitter today and on socials today. You know, emotional took over. They're still injured. Sophia, you can't run and hurdle with hamstring injuries like that, my friend. There's just no way. There's just no way. And Salah, I just don't think he can't be. I think Salah weren't injured. I just think he had muscle fatigue, personally. Yeah, Núñez was jumping like he was in the Grand National, and he was running at full speed. There's just no way for me. But that's CeeLo. You know, Sophia, you might be right, man. It might just be emotions and, you know, and all that, and they are still injured. So you might be right. We'll look out for it on Klopp's press conference tomorrow. We'll check out Klopp's press conference tomorrow and see what he has to say. But I'm hoping that Salah, Darwin, and Szoboszlai are back for the weekend. You know, that's another few days rest away from there. So hopefully they're training this week and they can play Saturday. That'd be great. It'd be great if Szoboszlai and all that train tomorrow. Like Szoboszlai and Darwin train tomorrow. I expect them to play some minutes on Wednesday as well. Just get some match sharpness. It's interesting, man. But these kids, man, I trust them. I trust these kids, man. This academy, different. It's hitting different at the moment. Loving these youth players at the moment. I can't wait to watch the Southampton game. I'm actually really intrigued to actually watch the Southampton game now. Part of me was like today thinking, let's just bum the FA Cup off, man. Now, all our players are tired. I'm sick of players getting injured. Just play all the kids, and if we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. I'm not really caring. But now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, nah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the youth players play against Southampton. And Southampton are not in good form either. You know, I think they've lost 3 of the last 4 games. So, and they're coming away to Anfield. So, even with the kids, I think we can still get through. And then we've got Notts Forest on the weekend, which, you know, away from home, we should be winning that game. Hopefully, they're back for that. And we all know Endo's fine. So, I know people are worried about Endo, but he's fine. But yeah, man, that's good for me. Big up to everyone. Thank you for being here this evening. Guys, don't forget to go and hit that like button. I'd appreciate it if you could. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new as well. Share the video out, all that good stuff. Remember, guys, look, when we're talking about Liverpool Football Club, we get emotional, we debate, we talk, and sometimes I say things you guys don't agree with, and that's cool. That's what it's all about. If anyone comments at the end of this video, I don't want to hear things like, "Oh, Jamie, you're an FSG defender," and all this nonsense. Because if you say that, people didn't watch the video, because that's not true, is it? But big up everyone. Much love for everyone being here. Appreciate it all. I see it. There's 2 videos tomorrow, guys. I've got an afternoon video at 12 o'clock, and then I've got a 8 o'clock call-in show. So you've got 2 videos tomorrow, guys. Lucky yous. See you all tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye.